Well, it looks very interesting for a Mega Man kind of game. Is it a fan game, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I
To-
also... What's the 2 under your energy bar?
My lives.
You know what's funny?
Is it that funny, whatever it is?
Yeah. Well, my first video game character, my favorite video game character is Mega Man, and growing up, it was one of my favorite games to play.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, I've only played Mega Man 2 through Mega Man 8. I could never find a copy of the original Mega Man. About a year after Mega Man 8 came out, I went to an old video game store to pick up Super Mario World to give it to my older brother as a moving out gift. When I found an old copy of the first Mega Man game with the rather unappealing cover art torn off and leaving bits and pieces of the leftover sticker and Mega Man 1 written on it in black marker. Can you believe that happened to me?
Unbelievable.
No, I was just telling that story. It was the strangest thing. Absolutely. You know, it's also funny because I've never played the original Mega Man before, so I decided to buy it. I went to the checkout to buy the 2 games. I asked the clerk what happened to the Mega Man game's cover, and he told me that it was sold to him like that, and that the previous owner, who was about 8, wanted to sell the game right away. I asked him if he knows why, and he told me that all the kid said was, "Yellow Devil," and that the boy had a very scared look on his face, and wouldn't look at the clerk because all the kid could see was the, quote, "red eye," unquote. The clerk then proceeded to tell me that he had gotten a newspaper that said the kid had been driven to insanity and landed into an insane asylum about a week after he sold the game, and that he's had this game for about a year or so. The kid kept hearing some noise that hurt his ears and kept seeing things, like an eye that would watch him wherever he went.
Sure, obviously.
Alright. A little puzzled by the story, I thanked the clerk and left, eager to try out the game. Who are all these people who buy these, like, shitty secondhand video games? I can't fucking wait. It's written in magic marker and everything. Oh, shit. Thanks, Rurs. I got Just Cause for Steam.
It was $3. Don't look too much into it.
Does it play on Mac?
Probably.
Alright, good. Wow, thanks, buddy. But I gotta keep telling the story that happened to me.
Yeah.
About Mega Man.
Obviously.
Right. The whole time I was driving home, I was wondering about the boy who went insane. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Did we skip a chapter? I thought okay, whatever. Could it be because of this game? No, it couldn't. Alright.
No.
Besides, it is Mega Man we're talking about. How bad could it be? What?
How bad could it be?
What's he talking?
You were already kind of scared going into it?
How crazy could it make me? It's Mega Man. I went home and popped the game into my NES, and I was greeted with a title screen. I pressed start, and instantly there was a loud screeching sound coming from the game. Oh god. With a picture of a red eye appearing shortly after, lasting for about a split second.
Mm-hmm.
I was then greeted with the stage select screen. I saw all 6 robot masters. Cutman, Gutsman, Iceman, Man, Fireman, and Electman. Thank you. Let's include every little detail we can. One thing I found odd was the background was pitch black. The names of the robot masters were missing, and the robot masters themselves had bright red eyes. Oh, Jesus.
They were bright, man.
My brother, who had played the game before, told me that Cutman was the easiest boss, so I decided to follow his advice. I selected Cutman, but instead of displaying the robot master's name after selecting him, it said, "Leave now."
Leave now, man.
He's tough. The clear points display was left unaltered. I started the level and it was just a straightforward path. No enemies, no bottomless pits, nothing. It played Cutman's theme, which sounded nice, but as Mega Man started walking to the right, the theme became more and more demonic. Slowing down in tempo and lowering in pitch. At the end of the road was a boss door. Dun dun dun. I entered it, and there was Cutman. Before the fight started, Cutman said... Wait, what? Before the fight started, Cutman said...
He doesn't talk.
"Mega Man, get out, or it will catch you, or it will catch you and take you along with it." The battle started, and I fought Cutman. Alright. Uh-oh. During the battle, giant yellow spheres started to appear on the screen. They weren't coming for Mega Man. They were aiming at Cutman. What?
Uh-huh.
The spheres latched and formed over Cutman, and he started screaming while the thing slowly killed him.
Cutman is known for screaming.
Don't you think once they start talking on your Nintendo, that's about where you decide to stop? I mean...
Well, you want to get your money's worth.
After that, the screen went to black and showed a series of violent pictures of Cutman being suffocated. Suffocated?
Suffocated? He's a robot. He doesn't breathe.
Well, just in case, they got a contingency. Very violent pictures of Cutman being suffocated, crushed, and torn apart by the yellow mass.
At the same time?
Hey, there's multiple pictures here, a series of pictures.
Well, that's all the proof I need.
All that was left of Cutman was his head, a couple of limbs, with blood all over the floor. I would like it if it was more like a violent kind of death, but when he died, he went into those little pew 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 kind of spheres that go everywhere,
Sure.
That was if I were writing this experience that I had. The loud screeching noise from before showed up, and this time it lasted longer.
Crabs. Crabs.
Oh, right. And text showed up saying, "They will all die."
Right.
And so will you. No one can escape the Yellow Devil. Yellow Devil? I started to remember what my brother said before about it. Yellow Devil was said to be the hardest boss in the game. A boss that would split into multiple parts and they would ram into Mega Man, causing a large amount of damage. He told me that he was a fat yellow blob with limbs that had a very creepy looking eye. An eye that was all black and had a red pupil. His description of the Yellow Devil reminded me of similar bosses found in Mega Man 3 and Mega Man 8. But he never told me that something like this was in the game. I assumed it was a hacked game at this point and found it kind of disturbing. Curiosity got the best of me.
You were disturbed, and this was the point you got disturbed.
But
this is kind of weird.
Curiosity got the best of me, so I continued playing. I'm pretty sure I've read that exact sentence in one of the previous ones I read in the stream before. I was sent back to the stage select screen to see that Dr. Wily's
I'm sorry, you can't say that in a foreboding way. The stage select screen.
Can't I?
Oh my god.
Just wait.
Okay.
There's a picture too, but...
well, of course there is.
This time I'm going to let the stream see it first. I'm just going to tweet this picture.
Alright, I'm busy anyway.
Alright. More horror. Tweeted.
Good job.
I just want to see the reaction here. Anyway. I was sent back to the stage select screen to see that Dr. Wily's castle was now accessible and that the rest of the robot masters were gone. I chose Wily's castle, and instead of displaying Wily's name, it just said, "You were warned. Now you will pay." And the best is, in the picture, they show Wily with red eyes. It says that, but then under it says clear points 200,000.
What?
After that, I was immediately transported there. I later learned that in the original game, Wily's name and the clear points display first, disappear, then Wily would summon his flying saucer and fly off inside it, and then the player would be teleported to the stage. Woo! Things didn't happen in the exact order that I heard them. Anyway, when I entered the stage, 3 guesses on what color the sky was.
Red?
More specific?
Blood red?
The sky was blood red. And the castle was destroyed. Covered. It was covered. The sky was blood red and the castle...
Wait, was it hyper-realistic blood red?
No, it wasn't.
That's important.
I'm sorry. But listen, I have another quiz for you, okay?
Okay.
The castle was destroyed, covered in flames, and...
sorry, say that again?
The castle was destroyed, covered in flames, and blank.
Bones? Blood?
There we go.
Yeah.
Mega Man slowly walked.
I didn't think it would be blood twice in a row.
Oh, come on, look what we're talking about.
I know, I want to give it some benefit of the doubt.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Mega Man slowly walked into the remains of the castle to find Wily, Dr. Light, Roll, and the other robot masters on the floor. They all seemed to be dead, as there was blood on the floor and on their lifeless bodies. And then text from all the characters appeared saying, "Why didn't you save us? Turn back now. It's going to kill you. You cannot escape. The red eye. The red eye!"
Are they late for a plane?
I was going to say, maybe it was the flight they were on.
Yeah.
But, and as Mega Man continued to walk forward, I guess ignoring this, the yellow spheres from before came out behind him at an incredibly fast rate and formed a giant yellow creature with a demonic red eye. All it said was, "I am the Yellow Devil. No one can escape me." The creature was more... the creature was more skinny than what my brother had described to me. And it had long, stretchable arms and legs. Oh, it's like Yellow Devil meets Slender Man. I get it. At the center was its eye. Its bright red, evil-looking eye. Blood poured from it and started to...
More blood?
Just blood everywhere, let's just be honest.
I guess.
It might as well just be like type B blood drip from it. And started to drift to the floor. It was just unsettling. The screeching noise immediately came back, only this time it was louder and lasted through the whole fight. The Yellow Devil stretched one of its arms and threw Mega Man across the screen multiple times. What? Draining my health until it was at 1 unit left. What?
Okay, see, it's this kind of detail that is a little unnecessary.
And slowly disfiguring Mega Man with every throw.
I forgot to use one of my 3 E-tanks I had.
It was like he was Dalsim in a way. I couldn't react in time because he was so quick. Soon the Yellow Devil split into multiple... How long is this? Oh, it's not that. Okay. Split into multiple forms and came hurling at Mega Man at such an incredibly fast pace, I couldn't have Mega Man dodge them. And with each part that hit Mega Man, he became slower and slower and couldn't jump. Shouldn't he have died if he had 1 unit of health left? Bam. Plot hole. Full of blood.
The only one.
It got to the point Mega Man couldn't move, and he was basically swallowed whole by the Yellow Devil.
You know, basically.
Yeah, more or less.
That's pretty much what happened.
The screeching noise got even louder as the giant yellow blob spat Mega Man out and revealed a mangled, ripped apart, blood dripped corpse. Well done. Well done.
Oh, shit.
That's awesome. The screen went black, and all that was shown was the corpse of Mega Man and a red eye formed behind it. We should just quit here. It's not going to get any better than that moment.
No, I don't think so.
The screeching noise got even louder and more high pitched as text appeared saying, "They are all dead. Now you're next." Then the words, "No one can escape the Yellow Devil," kept on forming on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
The text kept getting bigger and the screech getting louder and high-pitched, and soon after, the red eye appeared again, with the screech reaching its maximum pitch and volume, piercing through my ears and, oh my god, and literally making them bleed.
Literally? My god.
I quickly...
Bleed with blood?
Oh my god, it's getting crazy.
Now it's getting crazy.
I quickly shut off the game and took it out of the console. I was really creeped out by the game and felt the urge to get rid of it by any means, even if it meant destroying it. I got a hammer from my garage, and I proceeded to violently smash the game to bits, and then threw the remaining pieces into my garbage can. I don't know what came over me. It was just a game, and from the looks of it, it was just hacked. Your ears bled! What are you talking about?
Just a hack. It happens.
Whatever. My older brother soon came home afterwards and asked me what was up. I told him what happened and explained what I witnessed. He didn't seem to believe me at first, but he soon gave in. stating he had never seen me this freaked out before. He then patted me on the back and asked me if I wanted to come by his new house and hang out there and watch some TV. I agreed and gave him the Super Mario World gift I mentioned before, and we drove to his house. Did he actually mention that before?
I don't think so. He did mention the word blood at a few points, though.
It was in the first paragraph. I just had to do a quick search, but anyway, blood.
Blood.
We talked about the game for a bit, believing it was hacked and that the kid who went insane probably had other mental problems and issues to deal with.
Unlike you, the author of the story.
We watched The Simpsons for the rest of the night, and I fell asleep after a while. Okay, here comes the obligatory video game dream sequence. I dreamt that I was walking to my house in the middle of the night. I soon went up to my driveway when all of a sudden my stomach started to hurt. It started to get worse, and soon I was vomiting and coughing out blood.
Oh, come on.
And this, yellow substance. So I guess he's talking to the yellow substance. Okay.
Must be some kind of yellow blood.
I continued this non-stop, oh god, until the yellow substance formed into the yellow devil.
Oh my god, what?
He puked to Mega Man boss.
I'd like to see the code behind that game.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I then proceeded to run, but it grabbed me and threw me into my house door and then onto the concrete pavement, feeling broken and in so much pain. I tried to run away, but the yellow devil split into multiple pieces and proceeded to violently latch onto me until I was immobilized.
Okay.
I couldn't move. I couldn't yell for help because my mouth was covered up by the yellow devil. I was helpless. It then swallowed me whole, and all I could hear was my agonizing screams and a loud screeching sound. I felt my bones being crushed and my skin torn apart as if it violently ripped off my limbs, and every time I opened my mouth to scream, nothing came out. I struggled to escape, but it was no use. I just waited until it suffocated me. The last thing I could hear was,
It ripped off his limbs? How's he typing this?
Oh, this is the dream.
Oh, right.
Right.
Sorry, I got a little lost.
You might be wrong. You might be right, actually. You might have fucked that up, but you thought you could escape me, but you were wrong. No one can escape the yellow devil. He kept repeating, no one can escape the yellow devil, over and over again, getting louder and louder along with the screeching sound as I slowly suffocated. After that, I could see my mangled, lifeless corpse lying on the ground, with the red eye behind it, just like when I saw Mega Man die.
I don't think it was just like that.
Okay, wait. I quickly wake up to see my brother making breakfast. Would you sleep in the kitchen? What are you talking about? And I proceed to tell him about my dream. He tells me to calm down and told me to eat. Then he was the yellow devil. Blood. No, I'm kidding. And told me to eat. I was calm for the rest of that day. But that night, and every night after, I had the same dream. This dream kept on getting more violent and intense, with the screech getting louder and louder, the eye appearing over and over, my corpse being torn apart, people I cared about being violently gored before my very eyes. That wasn't in the dream. Soon I kept hearing the screeching sound in my head, and I became delirious. I kept on seeing the red eye wherever I went. The screeching noise kept ringing in my head. It never stopped. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't eat. I refused to sleep to avoid the dream. I just fell apart. My brother finally took me to see some help after a week, and even after all the treatment, it didn't help. I still had the nightmares. I still heard the sounds. I still saw the red eye. After about a month and a half of seeing my psychiatrist, though, I slowly became better. I had my month and a half. All right, you know, six sessions. You're done.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Yellow Devil's not that bad, I guess. I had my moments here and there, but I recovered for the most part. To think that a game had this much impact on me, to think that it drove me to near insanity. As of now, I am almost fully recovered. I have the dream much less frequently, if not ever. I still sometimes hear the screeching sound, but it's very faint. The only thing that still occurs frequently is the red eye. It doesn't bother me as much now, but I can't stand to look at it after a while, watching me. And it didn't help that Capcom's recent Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10 had their own unique versions of the Yellow Devil.
Was that in the story?
Yes, it is, really.
Oh, okay.
You know?
But I played him anyway.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Despite my psychiatrist strongly urging me otherwise.
I don't know if it was a psychiatrist so much as, like, you know, clever bot. You know? Looking back on it. I guess what the game said was true. No one can escape the Yellow Devil. The end.
Good story.
Good story. Thank you. I don't know what the author is.
Well, he's dead, right?
I guess so. No, he's crazy.